So welcome. This is the first in a series of podcasts of News Direct, but via the podcast. I'm joined today with Sue Rands.
Hello, Rob.
Which is nice. Hi, how are you? I haven't seen you for at least 24 hours when I was at the opening of your new office.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
No problem.
And thank you for inviting me.
I know, it's great.
Trailblazing.
Well, I think it's quite exciting because I think we have some really wonderful people who don't get celebrated. We also have lots of young people who think that they have to find a career. You've got two daughters that work with you, you know, that feel that somehow a load of them have to go and have jobs and careers outside North Lincolnshire, the place where the family live, and you know, so it's not, and a lot of that is around people being able to relate to people and the jobs that they do and why they live here and all those sorts of things. So what we think is this News Direct, the podcast, is around talking to people who are real life people who live here every day, who've made a good living out of living here, like being here, like the family and the social connections that come with it. So that's why it's a great opportunity to catch up. So this is our first one. So if we're not very good, Sue will be all right. I mean, I'll be rubbish, but you know that anyway, so that's fine.
I'm really worried about this side on this squeaky chair.
You'll be fine. So you were born presumably in Scunthorpe Hospital,
yes. But Scunthorpe Maternity Home.
Oh, okay.
I reckon they're older than you, aren't I? So, Scunthorpe Maternity Home. Yeah. And, we stayed in for like 3 months.
Oh, yeah. People did stay in for a long
right,
time, didn't they?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't do it for 3 months. Well, I was early. The irony to that is I was early, but I've never been early for the rest of my life. So that's funny.
See, I'm super punctual.
Well, I got it out of the way early, didn't I, really? I did it before being born, so I don't need to do it. No, I do really. I'm only joking.
Quids in.
So you were born in a maternity home. You lived. So where was your first?
We lived in Ashby with my mum and dad all our lives. So all our minority in Ashby. A few different addresses in Ashby.
Yeah.
But always in Ashby.
Yeah.
Because my dad worked at the steelworks.
As lots of dads did.
Yeah, he did. 40 years.
Yeah.
And my mum worked at Astor's on Brigham Road there.
Yeah.
On the till.
Oh, that's brilliant. And they, as you say, they were your formative role models, which was clearly in a household where everybody had to pull the weight and do a...
I had to work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what you get, don't you, from a working class family?
Yeah.
That huge work ethic.
Yeah.
And it was huge. And I was really big on work. And I am.
Really still on. You've instilled it into your girls.
When I was like you did.
Yeah.
But you have to strive for everything, don't you? And work hard.
It doesn't
nothing
come,
comes to you on
does
the
it?
plate. No.
So in terms of... You obviously now we know you as having a successful law practice that you've opened office number 3, but that journey to being there can't have all been plain sailing. It can't all have been you just saying, suddenly I'm going to make a decision and I'm going to have 3 legal practices.
Absolutely not. And probably in today's age, but I was at university in the late 80s.
Yeah.
So, good old Margaret Thatcher. I mean, I got a free education, Rob. My mum and dad wouldn't have been able to...
No, me too.
Pay for me to go away for 4 years.
And you think what they have to pay now is a big leap, isn't it? It's a big... I mean, you can understand because there's more students go.
Yes. There were the days when it was only like the top slice that went to university.
We were told you're in the top 2%.
When I went to law school, I was in the 0.3% or something.
Yeah.
And that was... So everyone at law school had been to private school. I mean, it was so elitist. I didn't struggle because I held my own because I was cleverer than them, funny enough. But, they all turn up in these fabulous cars. I mean, this is 1990 when I was at law school in Chester.
Yeah.
Hugely, expensive place. And they all had cars and trust funds and everything. And I took my bike on the train.
Did you?
Yeah. So I could get around.
It's not. You went from the Scunthorpe train station
with
to
my bike.
Chester.
Yeah, with my bike. Just had some transport around Chester,
Yeah.
And I found out who had the best cars. You know what I mean?
Of course you did.
Soon got round. Sorted that problem out.
Of course you did. Yeah, I was quite lucky. My housemate had a car, so that was a win, really.
Yeah, win-win. Absolutely.
That's how it's done.
Yeah.
So did you always know that you wanted to
be a solicitor? Yes. People ask me this all the time. Lots of students ask me this. Yes, I can tell you the story. I can remember it. Well, the day it happened.
Yeah.
I was in Boots the chemist with my mum, and some woman was complaining bitterly about being given us a Scottish £5 note.
Right.
Yeah, £5 note.
This
is years ago. I was only young. I was still in primary school. And she was arguing bitterly. She wouldn't take it. And they said it's legal tender and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And she said, my husband's a solicitor. And I'm going to get him to write to Boots the chemist and tell him this is not on and all this.
Yeah.
And ever since that, my interest was piqued, and I thought, hey, who's that? Who can you stand up and say somebody's going to write and put something right? Well, I was just grabbed in. I was just absolutely swallowed up by this tale. And then I started reading about it. I was only young. And I was telling everybody at primary school.
What age would you be?
10.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so quite young. And so all through senior school, I went to St. Bede's. I was telling everybody, I said, I'm going to be a solicitor one day. And all these teachers go, wow, great, good, fantastic. You know, it was academic then, wasn't it? I mean, they wouldn't touch you these days. Anybody can go, can't they, really?
Well, it's a different world. Because I suppose there are different grades of...
It is. And you be an apprentice. I mean, I have a number of apprentices in my office, which are great. They've never been to university, but they're doing it.
Yeah, they're doing it
working out
bite size.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think well, there was that period where everything was a bit article clerky type, wasn't it? Where people went to and
that was me. Yes, I was an article clerk.
Yeah.
Gosh, I know you'd think I'd started at primary school, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I think if you tease that out though, as a having that common sense of purpose that you had to say, I'm going to do that. And was it literally you got to 16 and you did A-level law or something like that?
No, we didn't do A-level law.
Okay.
No, I did double maths and chemistry.
Okay.
At John Leggett for 2 years, and then went to.
So that's interesting, isn't it? Really, because as you say, people just assume that whatever you take at
A-level,
any level of study will be your end career, but
no, not
it didn't work like that for you because it wasn't an option.
Well, no, it wasn't an option. Plus, I took what I was best at.
Okay.
I took what I was best at, and they were my best subjects.
Yeah.
And get the best grades, and you get in the best places, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what it was all about for me.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
Yeah. Well, that's true, isn't it? As you say. So you then went to do law. You went to read law at Chester.
Yeah, that was at law school. That's where you do your solicitor's examinations.
Okay.
That's where it was really elitist, really was. I mean, people all from private schools had the cars and all. And there was people, I kid you not, turning up in cravats to lectures.
Really?
A bit odd. But, and there's people that, did you know people can buy their way, they could then, to universities? Yeah. Have you heard of Buckingham University?
No. I have heard of it. Yeah, I've seen it advertised.
It was private then.
Was it?
And people just paid to get these law degrees, stupidly.
Yeah.
And then you get to law school and then they just get turfed out, because they can't keep up.
Because they couldn't keep up. Yeah.
Now, on the first day at law school, this chap sat in this class, we had this class of 50.
Yeah.
And they said, well, look at the person next to you. She did, oh yeah. And they went, one of you's going to fail.
Really?
Oh, they wouldn't get away with it now, would they?
Wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Oh, no.
So how did you, because something I found quite weird going to university was trying to tell people where you come from.
Oh, yeah.
And how did you used to say, did you say you came from Scunthorpe?
I did, and all the jokes rolled along with that,
Yeah,
I suppose what worked for me was I was clever, I was
you used it.
Massive. I was captain of the netball team, played netball and basketball throughout my career.
Yeah.
And that formed a group of people, not lawyers.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that was good. And at law school, no, I think what it was as well, in this class of 50, I was the only one that had gone to a comprehensive.
Oh, really?
I'm not kidding. It was that elitist. There was only 3 in the country. And it was the top, the top one.
Yeah.
So, and there's hundreds now. But there was only 3, and you had to apply and get in.
Yeah.
So, so I was like this, real showpiece, let's drag the comprehensive girl to the doom, and I was really quite popular, But then I beat them all the exams. So,
well, that was why. Well, and you do tend to win because it doesn't matter what. I think there is something about coming from a working class background in a town like Scunthorpe that is we don't need to pretend to be someone else.
We're not, and they all do.
Yeah, I think there are people who do find some solace to be pretending, whereas I think we don't have to, and there's something that gives you it's a natural.
Yeah.
It's not confidence, because I think we all. I mean, did you ever find that even on that journey, sometimes you were a bit like, well, actually,
Yeah, when people are driving up in Porsches and things, and coming into college with cravats on, you think, and the Oxford and Cambridge crowd, they all want to know one another.
Yeah,
they do want to put you back, but that still happens today, I think.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, and I think we do. You hold that a bit, don't you? They call it imposter syndrome, but I'm not sure if that's what it is. But you overcome it, but it still makes you. It's aware, right? You're aware of.
Yeah.
working class upbringing you're aware of, and it was like that for you too, clearly.
Oh, massively, yeah. I didn't have a ton of money.
No,
university, you're worrying about paying bills and things.
Yeah,
and I worked throughout the whole time.
Yeah, and did you have a grant as well?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So it was really good.
Yeah,
but it started to work,
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It was. Yeah, there was always a sort of just. What was your first ever job then?
What, university?
Yeah, well, whenever you had a job.
Yeah. I started on the paper round. I went with my cousin when I was like 11.
Yeah.
So, and I went to the sweet shop on near Chancel Road there, Cambridge Avenue.
Yeah.
Worked there until I was 18. And then I went off to law school and I got this great job in, at university, in an Italian restaurant, which was really quite smart.
Yeah.
And I lived near Preston and this restaurant was near Preston. So every year there was the the snooker?
Oh, yeah.
And all the top stars would come in. Oh, my God. It was great. I had some great times. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, so I did that.
You were there with Hurricane Higgins.
Whoever
there was.
I think it was more like the stage managed people, the sound people and stuff.
Yeah.
I had a tour around of the guild and all that, whatever it was. Can't remember where it was. But it was good. It was all good fun.
But whatever that was, it still left you with a passion to the law. So how would you describe the law for people who think it's just, I always level things at their worst. So people say, people in politics are only in it for the money. They've all got brown envelopes.
Yeah.
So people in the law all got Porsches.
Yeah.
They'll
think absolutely.
You're only really interested in your fee at the end of it. You don't have a champion individual.
Absolutely right. That is people's perception.
It is people's perception. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah. So I try and get away from that because what is our biggest work area in my firm is the legal aid contract.
Right, okay.
And we act for children in care proceedings. That's what we do. That's what I do. It's my biggest role.
Yeah.
I work for parents in care proceedings issued by North Lincolnshire Council mainly. So, But,
I'm making a note of this. Everyone.
Yes, absolutely. It's our biggest client. But where I'm going with this is we work so hard because the rates are so low, and it's volume. Clearly, that counts. But, and other firms won't touch it because it's just like, it's stupid if they don't touch it, because if we get the volumes. But, it's not. And we graph really hard, And what we do is hopefully make a difference. We're out to hopefully make a difference, And people can see that. And I think, and the other area I do is divorce and finances. Yeah, half the town hates me, clearly, and half town love me, So I was thinking, I was thinking if you do a good job, and you're honest, and always honest, because that solicitors do, and we see other firms that charge like wounded bullocks. I am not kidding, and it's wrong.
Of course it is.
And I think people see that with me, that we are honest and we don't charge.
Well, and I think there is something about keeping some integrity in that as well, isn't there? There's always people who will tarnish the name. There's always people who will do that. But clearly, good values. I would say good values will last you for the rest of your life. That's what That's what you have to live by.
And I never mind personally. Whatever thing I do, I never mind paying if it's good or if it's honest or you get value for money.
Yeah,
and that's what I like to think we offer.
So tell us about your first job in the legal profession. What was that like then? Was that where were you working? What did you do? What was your first day like?
I was working at another firm.
Okay.
Yeah. My first day, I had this boss and he was just focused on work and I liked him as a mentor. And some woman came in and said, I've been beaten up by my boyfriend. And he said to me, fill that form in there, fill that, and get yourself to court for, what's called a without notice injunction. I did that on my first day.
Did you?
You wouldn't do that now. You wouldn't get away with that now.
No.
But isn't that you just learn? You're in. You're just thrown in the deep end. Yeah.
And that was your first
day.
Real life case, was it?
Yeah, first day. And first day, straight out law school.
I think you won through on that.
Oh, yeah. You look back, you think, what was worried about? But at the time, you think, oh my goodness.
And that was presumably, that's a magistrate's court job?
No, family court. We're the county court. So the one that was
Comfort South.
Yeah, where's the DWP now? Yeah. We'd go there for that. So
right, okay.
Yeah.
So that was your first legal experience,
mm-hmm.
And then after then, what did you find? Obviously, I know you do a lot in family now, but what in that first phase of your life did you find interesting about cases? What would you say was the case that defined you in the early part of your career?
Gosh, well, I don't know, because I only did really family. I've never really touched on anything else. I haven't done much crime or
no.
conveyancing, fall asleep, probate. So I don't know. I mean, there's been some seriously awful cases. My biggest case ever was a dead child. It was awful. It was awful. And that made the papers and everything. So that was awful. But 17 experts and all the rest of it, they're the things that shape me.
And how did that affect you personally?
Well, I deal with misery and upset every day of my life.
Yeah.
It's awful, isn't it? Not that anything's good. It's all awful. It's all awful, especially when you have the children who've lived through these awful experiences.
Yeah.
But you just do it, don't you? Because you just think we've got to move them on and got to sort this out.
Because we talk a lot, I think nowadays, more so than when, in the past, you look at, now people do talk about mental health and they talk about how you cope.
Yeah, it's huge.
And how did you manage to stay reasonably resilient in that?
Oh, it's going through all that. I'm quite chipper. I'm always I'm a glass half full person, so I think that helps.
Yeah. And do you think you can make yourself a glass half, or is it just something that's instinctual?
Probably the latter.
Yeah.
Because there are some miserable people out there, aren't there? And you can't wean it out. I
couldn't possibly comment.
Yeah, but you can't wean it out of them. Can't you? Just look on the bright side of things. And this continual optimism I have on many, many things and drive. And it just gets you through days, doesn't it? I think. And
yeah, it does.
And hopefully it bounces off people. I have an office and my staff absolutely worship the ground I walk on, probably because I'm just trying to envelope them.
It's something about lifting your spirits.
Yes.
That sort of...
Oh, and I do laugh about things. I do laugh a lot, So, and I love anybody that smiles as well.
And what makes you smile then? What's the thing that makes you, if you were to reflect and say, that was a good day, it made me smile. Is it a comedian or is it circumstance? Or?
Oh, it's just things that happen, Yeah. I mean, I can find something funny every day of every week.
You think there's a sitcom in your office?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, yesterday, you were there. I mean, the things that people were doing and saying, it just makes me laugh.
They were hilarious. It was like a real family. I couldn't believe how there were people who worked for you who brought their kids in.
Yeah,
and they were running around with the balloons. And it just felt like a safe place for those kids to come.
Absolutely. And when they see the CEO making cups of tea for people, and getting people's print in, and nothing is too much trouble, you know, that cascades down, doesn't it? I would say when it's good at the top, it cascades down, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, you hope so, don't you? Because there is, our own behaviours make a difference, don't they? Because they do. And we all have good and bad days because that's, we'd all be very odd. We're not robots, are we? We've got...
No, things do happen.
Yeah, we're all emotional beings at the end of the day. We're not, we do have... I think the challenge for some people is they don't always have empathy for other people's...
Going through that.
Yeah, mainly, because my career is a bit like yours. I deal with other people's problems every single day. And there's no, even when you're having a really bad day, you do find a way of building some resilience out of the fact that sometimes your challenges are not the same as
theirs. No, and you can't fix everything, can you?
No,
you can't. And you've
that's
got to live
the
with
hardest thing to.
You just got to live with that.
Yeah, but I still struggle with that.
Oh, I do massively.
Yeah, I still think I believe I take on every case like it's the first one I've had.
Yeah, same.
And you do, don't you? Because you do genuinely think.
Yeah.
So people often say that they define their career by their biggest mistake because it taught them something. In lots of cultures, making mistakes is the it makes people do better, learn. What would you say your biggest mistake was?
Staying firm 30 years. Yeah. Well, the biggest mistake in my life is I should have done this years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago. That's what that's taught me massively.
Yeah.
That's the biggest mistake, massively.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like living in the Bahamas now, I reckon.
Well, that's true. But you wouldn't be providing the employment opportunities.
I don't want to live in the Bahamas. No, I'm happy where I am.
Yeah.
And and I'm a workaholic, so I like work.
Yeah. And on that, because there are lots of people again who do live their life through their work often. Yeah. It's I confess I'm the same. I'm exactly the same. But I don't regret it. Do you have any regrets?
No, none at all.
No,
because everything I do for my two daughters, and I just think they will never have to sit in a firm. where they're very unhappy and they're just working for other people's benefit.
Yeah.
That will never happen now for them too.
No.
That will never, because they've got their own firm.
Yeah, they've got an opportunity to shape their own future and other people's in that same way.
Everything. And they've got these lovely values that I hopefully have instilled in them.
Yeah.
And, honest, hardworking, kindness, all that. And it'll really grow and grow. And it really will. And they were there at the start. And that's the difference, you see, for me and them too, compared to other people, is that we've had to do that. And they've had to do it. Nobody's gone along and gone, hey, there's your firm. Enjoy it.
Yeah, it's on for you.
Yeah. We've had to build up everything,
Yeah. But I suppose for you, they've seen you building it up as well.
Well, they did it with me.
They did it with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do it without them. So, and that's it. And that's why that's a really good ship. And that'll just keep on sailing. And they will always be in charge because we're the only shareholders.
Yeah.
We can have any number of directors, but they're the only owners. Us three are the only owners. So people watching this might think, so your experience has been, as you say, you work for someone for 30 years. It's never too late to start in self-employment. No, that's a lovely lesson. Yeah, absolutely. It's never too late.
No.
I mean, I'm 50. What was I when I started? 53.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Thinking, I don't look that old. I do feel it.
Looking fabulous is fine. So you start...
wasn't for compliments. I wasn't actually looking for compliments.
There are people putting it in the feed now, I can tell. As I'm sure they are for me as well. I don't know, I'm joking.
So no, it's never too late, Rob.
No.
It's never too. That's a big lesson. That's a good one. Actually.
Yeah.
Never too late.
And what other lessons do you think that you could take from that?
You surround yourself with people you trust.
Yeah.
Massive. That's huge.
That's huge. Hard though as well, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
How
absolutely.
do you exercise? Because there are lots of people who started relationships, who started work, and so they've had really tough times, and they've thought they've trusted
them at one point. Yes, that's right. Yeah. I know it's hard, but when you're in a position to choose, you can make those
to do that. And then what other lessons would you tell perhaps your younger self, that if you would have had I was having this conversation yesterday with somebody, and we were saying, I wish I knew now. In fact, in your office, somebody in your office was saying to me, I wish I knew now what if I was younger, using that and using it. I said, well, my philosophy is that you can't go back. Yeah,
it's not my philosophy at all.
No.
I'll tell you why, because I would want to know it all then. Why would you want to live your life knowing it all?
No.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, there's a lot of people who do know it all.
Yeah, well, of course there is, yeah. Maybe you and I. Know it all.
Do I
haven't bothered because I know it all anyway. I just I know everything. And it doesn't come easy. You've got to work for everything.
Of course it does.
And people do, and it doesn't. So you've got to work out. No, I wouldn't want to know. I was quite happy with what I've done. And you make mistakes along the way, and you do. But on a number of levels, work, personal, social, whatever.
Yeah.
And but no, I wouldn't want it to know all that. In advance.
Well, yeah, and I don't think it works either. So what would you say was if you were to define someone as a role model, as an inspiration to you? Maybe there have been different people throughout your life that you saw, or career, that you thought you might say if you've got to the end of it.
Yeah. So obviously my parents.
Yeah.
Obviously my parents. They instilled with me a whole load of values, which I've took with me. Lots of people can inspire me, Rob. Loads of people. Daily. Different people. Don't have to be a CEO of firm solicitors to be inspiring, do you not?
No, you don't.
We were on holiday last week, me and my eldest daughter. And this poor family, there's this woman, and she was pushing around this terribly ill child, disabled child. And she looked worn out. She was, and she looked ravaged. And I thought, oh, bless your heart, you brought him away on holiday. Well, that must be your whole life. You must just live your whole life to look after him. And that's inspirational, isn't it?
Of course it is.
But my daughters, they inspire me.
Yeah.
They inspire me. And they did. They inspired me to get out of wherever I was and move on. And my mother, who passed away suddenly, that was I suppose that was inspiring, really, wasn't it? That was the turning point. Because you recalibrate, don't you, when something like that happens, and you think, oh, do you know what? I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I was in one of the pubs in Breg, and some medium came up to me. I'm not kidding. Didn't know who it was. Well, she said she was a medium. I don't know.
We're back to trust again.
She said, hey, your mum's in the room. I went, oh, give over.
Which pub was this?
It's the one with them steps up, and there used to be a pool table. And Is it
the Nelson?
Black Bull?
Yeah. So there is a upstairs.
Was it
the
there?
Black Bull.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
you know, them nights when they're all the same.
There are some steps. Yeah.
And she said, "Your mum's here. My mum's been dead 3 years." And I went, "Really?" She's with your Auntie Linda, who's also dead.
And she said, "Auntie Linda."
She said, "Auntie Linda." I said, "She's also dead." And she went, "Mum," she said, "I can't batter her away. She keeps bothering me." I was going, "Oh God, what are you drinking?"
And this really happened in a pub.
I didn't know this. And she went, "Your mum, I've got to tell you this. Your mum's so proud of you. You know, she's so proud because she didn't say any of it. That's a real sad. That's, you said what's sad. That's sad.
Yeah. That
mum never saw it, and because she left me a bit of money when she died, not much, and that's what I used.
Yeah, yeah.
Says the kids, you're not having any inheritance.
And how did you have to cross a pound with silver? I just need to understand that.
She said, "I've got to come up to you because your mum won't leave me alone." Oh my God! You think you're in some different sort of level.
Yeah.
Think, oh my God, who are you? But I believed her. I absolutely believed her.
Well, if she could give you that level of detail,
I did.
You could
I absolutely believed her. Yeah, that was nice.
It really is.
Yeah, so my mum's really proud of me.
And so on that, I mean, and they do say you are defined often by your experience when you have a parent that passes away.
Yes, it's terrible, isn't it? It's oh goodness me, we deal with that, and you'll have the same experience. You know, it's horrifying, isn't it? It's just when it's unexpected as well.
Yeah.
Oh, expected doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter.
I think one of my great things to do is to I don't know if you've ever listened to Desert Island Discs. Have you ever heard it?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
And so the premise, of course, is that you can have a range of songs that you can use your album, more than I'm going to give you a chance for now.
Yeah, you see, I'm old, you see, so I understand this. Yeah.
So what would be the 3 tracks you'd take with you on your desert island?
Yeah.
And what would your luxury item be?
Right, I would take. Do you want to do my 3 songs?
Yeah, do your 3 songs.
This is easy. Frank Sinatra.
Oh, and why?
The Summer Wind.
The Summer Wind. I don't think I know that one.
Oh,
I probably have heard it. No, I'll look it out. Yeah.
Summer Wind. Gosh, what's my second one? Oh, and I do like Lana Del Rey, but it makes me cry. It just makes me cry. And I like Elvis. Oh no, sorry. I'd take Benson Boone as well.
Benson Boone. Someone's pushing the roundaries here of what you can have.
Mystical, magical. Luxury item. I love reading. I'm a very vociferous reader. I'd have to have a book.
Any book, any author.
Who? Well, like Gilly Collins. Not Gilly Collins.
Gilly Cooper.
Gilly Cooper. I like her that much. Can't remember her name. I'd take hers. They're great. They're really good.
Oh, that's good. Well, there's a story there for sure.
Yeah.
So it's been really lovely. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Rob.
And the purpose of this, of course, is to try and show real lives and to demonstrate that, as you have told us about your life, that it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Yes, it is. That's right.
And genuinely, the things that you can achieve coming from a local family, the daughter of a steel worker, who I met him yesterday.
You did,
yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
Thank you for your time for this first edition of News Direct, the podcast. Hopefully you'll catch up with this. You might keep playing it, and hopefully you'll catch up on some of our other real life stories and really inspirational women and people as we go through the series. So thank you for joining us.